representing Georgia, Iago Gorgodze, representing Greece, Konstantinos Ibu, representing the Russian Federation, Yuri Krasev, representing the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Kali Al-Najib. This is Group B. Please welcome the athletes in Group A. Representing the Republic of Korea, Chun Kyung-bae. Representing Colombia, John Castaneda. Representing Azerbaijan, Shamal Aslanov. Representing the Russian Federation, Petro Filatov. Representing the United States of America, Antonio Martin. Representing Iran, Faris Al-Aghili. Representing the Islamic Republic of Iran, Monsoor Pourmirezeh. Representing Jordan, Jamil El-Shebhi. And representing the Islamic Republic of Iran, Siamo Rahman. This is Group A. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the technical officials for this session. From Malaysia, Osina Mohammed, and from Great Britain, Gideon Rivers. The technical delegate from Malaysia, Nur-Sultan.
It's the final men's individual competition here at these 2019 World Para Powerlifting Championships in Nur-Sultan. Over 107, which means it's the biggest men of all, the biggest weights of all, and one of the most sensational championships year on year. Here's the start list for Group B. We start off with Modu Gamo of Gambia. It'll be his first major championship. Go all the way up to Yuri Kushayev of Russia, going for 205 in this opening round of Group B. And then we go to the spectacular and the great Seman Rahman, champion year after year, event after event, going for run and 250. His teammate Pourmazai, Jordan's Jamil Al-Shebli going for glory also. And Antonio Martin of the United States is going for the 5th heaviest weight in this event. Seman Rahman with that famous world record of 3:10 set during the Rio Paralympic Games. Our referees Ridwan Anand, Conrado Brunacci and Hisako Rishida from Malaysia, Brazil and Japan respectively. Here's our jury. So the final countdown on to the final individual event. Tomorrow we've got team competitions for the very first time in the history of this sport, and that will be really intriguing. But so will this be. Lots to look forward to for this men's over 107 kg competition. We've got 21 going for this, and we've got a new nation represented to get us underway in the men's over 107 kg competition. This is Group B. And we'll be starting off with 120 kilos. So now for Gambia, who we've not seen in a World Championship before, it's Modu Gamo of Gambia. Now the man on stage with him is fulfilling a few roles with the Gambia, but Haji Drakina, who's on stage here with Modu Gamo, is one of his country's top football commentators on national radio. And here for Kazakh television, for Kazsport, we've got some of their top football commentators working on this event here as well. The reason we know that is we actually saw them on TV last night in their Europa League coverage. And that's what I'm returning to on Monday, straight away. And for all you Chivas fans out there, I'm actually doing their game next week against Atletico Madrid, so Guadalajara well represented in para powerlifting. 120 for Modu Gamu to start for Gambia. His first major championship. This is first major championship lift. Let's see if they've given that to him. Yes, they have. 2-1. Good news, Modu Gamu. Nicely executed by him. Didn't get to start in the African Championships in Algiers last year. But he has here, and he's kicked off brilliantly. Good starts. So he's on the board. I've had a good few chats with him, and he it's not easy in some countries to get here. I don't mean traveling to Kazakhstan, although from some parts of the world there are no direct flights, but there are some countries where if you're the country's only para powerlifter, then it's not the easiest to get competition. But he's here, he's on the board, 120. Here's the World Junior champion from Friday in this weight division, Hussein Al-Jaber of Iraq. Asian Youth Games silver medalist in Dubai, his first global championship, and he's going for 155. So 155, this to set the early standard. Really top campaign at the weekend. Now we head into another weekend. Going for 155, and this would be the lead, but obviously still another group to come. Hussein Al-Jaber. Nicely executed, all three in his favour. So that's the early standard set then. Good clean lift at 155. Nothing to fault there. Adalet Kamchibekov, 165. He's looking for Konstantinos Dimu, by the way. Does not start now for Greece. He has just withdrawn. He was due to pitch himself in the 200s. But we will not now see him. So Kamchibekov, based in Bishkek, coached by Adnan Shabrailov, 5th in the Asian Games last year, 8th in the Asia-Oceania Championships, and 18th in the World Championships, the only previous time he competed in Mexico City 2 years ago. .165 for Kamchibekov. And that is going to be good. 2-1 in his favour. The two side referees happy with that. The centre referee knocking it down on the press, but everything else fine, so he's clear. So now for Ukraine, Mihailo Melnikov, based in Mariupol, whose home city, 4th in the 2015 European Championships in Eger, 6th last year in Bergsumer, 9th in the World Championships 2 years ago. Decent week for Ukraine. Two bronze, one gold. Gold going to Mariana Shevchuk in the women's 55 kg event. Lydia Solovyova and Raisa Toprakova winning their bronze medals. Melnikov then, 175. Wobbles, didn't get it. Well, that could be awkward for future attempts. He'll get a good round of applause. You can see on the press on the uplift, it didn't get very far at all. And, well, that, thankfully, so no damage caused. Reassessment needed there after those early problems in the opening round. So now the European bronze medalist from last year in Bergsumer and 6th in his previous Europeans, 6th of the Paralympic Games in Rio. Marek Kamzik for Slovakia. Melnikov, by the way, is withdrawn from the competition, who we've just seen. So he will not register a mark for Ukraine. So that's two that we're losing from this group straight away. So it's for 177 for Kamzik to take the lead. And he has. Clean bill of health, all three in his favour, and he's our new leader. Straightforward, nothing to worry about. Solid starts, 177 chance to aim himself higher.
First attempt, representing Georgia, please welcome
Now, Manu's been quite successful in the World Cup circuit, few bronze medals in Eger and in Dubai. Iago Gorgodze. 10th his best World Championship finish in Dubai in 2014. He was 12th last time out in Mexico City. Silver in last year's European Championships in northeast France. 4th in this year's Eger World Cup. previously competed in the European Championships back in 2013. Sixth there. Salago Gogotsi, 200. So we go through the double ton, 1 for and 1 against, and now a second one on the press. So we won't get that either. Gogotsi based in the capital of Georgia, Tbilisi. His regular coach, Zorab Tikishvili. On we go now for Saudi Arabia, and an attempt at 200. Here he comes, Khalid Al-Najim. Seventh in the last World Championships in Mexico City, ninth in the ones before that. Came very close to a medal in Jakarta last year in the Asian Para Games. He finished fourth there. He's based in Al-Aqsa. His coaches are Ali Al-Yami and Fad El-Degish. Going for 200 here. He's had a silver in the FASA World Cup in Dubai once upon a time. And when the Asian Championships were here 4 years ago, finished in 8th. In Korkovan, 2 years ago in those West Asian Para Games, he was 4th there. Fifth in the Asia Oceania Championships a year ago. He's had a good varied career. Going for 200 then. This would be the lead. And he's cranked it through. All three in his favour. Good work by Khalid Al-Najim. Silver in the Ego World Cup this year, so he's got form. And he's brought it to the big stage here. And to round off the opening round for Russia, here goes Yuri Kazyev, first major championship for the 49-year-olds. Lives in Maykop, and his regular coach is his father, Medzid Kushayev, who's not on stage with him. He's been a weightlifting coach in his career, as well as being a powerlifting coach. This for 205 for the heaviest mark in this opening round. And he's got it up there, and one in his favor, one against. One more result to come, and it's against. 2-1 against him on the press. Center referee, we were waiting for a while. But went red. So that's in total 4 misses, including the withdrawals, out of the 9 in this group. And Kushayev is one of them. Al Najim leads for Saudi Arabia with 200. Kamzik second for Slovakia. Kamchibekov third for Kyrgyzstan. Al Jaber fourth for Iraq, and Mudu Gamo fifth for Gambia. And on the way back again. Well, he cleared 120 in the opening round, and he's adding a kilo here. Nice to have Gambia on board. 121 then. Currently lying 5th in the competition. All 3 against on the chest this time, I'm afraid. Stays on 1-2-0. That's something to potentially iron out in the next round. Only misses out by that extra kilo, but they all had a look at the chest and felt it wasn't executed right. So next to go, adding 7 to the bar from last time for Iraq, the junior world champion, Hussein Al Jaber. This would keep him in 4th spots. $162 then, after his success a week ago. $162, an extra 7 kilos Oh, they've all gone against him on the chest there, and actually 2 in the press also. So there's a bit to be cleaned up by Al-Jaber for his final round attempt. Whether he wants to go again for 162 or not, we will see. As soon as it hit the chest, the lights started coming on in a bad way.
Second attempt, representing Kazakhstan, please welcome Kazakhstan.
For Kyrgyzstan again, from Bishkek, Adalet Kamchibekov. The Asian Games 5th placer. .175, Kamchibekov. That's a fine lift. Both side referees were happy with that. That's all he needed. 2-1. Centre referee went against him on the press, but he's good. He's clear. Up to 175, and he goes into 3rd position. So far, so good. That is the first clearance in quite a while, actually. Puts him up into 3rd. Remember, we've had the group reduced to 7 from 9 because of a couple of withdrawals. Konstantinos Dimu we've lost, and also Mikhailo Melnikov. As Marek Kamzik returns. Coached by Michal Chapla. Man they call Kamzo, the European bronze medalist. .182 for Kamzik. Went through that pretty easily. 2-1 in his favour. That's fine. 2 higher than last time. All 3. Good, accurate effort by Marek Kamzik. 182. the return of Iago Gogodze, Georgia. So 200 for Gogodze, which he missed last time out. But he's got this time both side referees who've given that to him, and in the middle, the centre referee going against him in the chest, but he's fine. He got all the other amounts right, so 200. He's on the board, and he is our new leader in the head-to-head against Khalid Al-Najim.
Loaders, please load the bar to 205 kilos, rack height 14.
Well, that puts right what went wrong in round one. And as a result, he goes into the lead. Yuri Kuashev of Russia now trying to do the same after missing out last time. So, for the lead, 205. It went wrong on him last time. What about now? He's good. All good. 3 out of 3. And he is our new leader. They're beginning to find their rhythm.
Representing Saudi Arabia, please welcome Khalid Al-Najim.
So one more to go in round 2, and Khalid Al-Najim now lying in 3rd place, his lift of 200 in the opening round, matched by Gogodze, beaten by Kuashev, and going here for 211 for the outright lead again. 2:11 then for Al Najim, as he bids to hit the front again, as he was leading at the end of round 1. This to make sure he leads at the end of round 2. Solid lifting. And he's got that good lift, 2-1 in his favour. Just the centre referee voting him down for the press, but overall, tremendous. So he leads again, having done so at the end of the previous round. And we've got 3 who've managed to go beyond 200 so far. And Al Najim successfully clear. Al Najim leading on 2:11, Kusayev second on 2:05, Gogodze third on 200, Marek Kamzik just outside the top 3 on 1:82. Kamchipekov fifth. So having missed out in round 2 at 121, he cleared the first round at 120. Modu Gamo going now at 127 for Gambia. And he won't step up a place, but he will improve his overall weight by 7 kilos compared to what he did in the previous rounds. So 127 for Modu Gamo. He got 120 quite well, and 2-1 against. 2 voting him down on the chest sequence. The first vote that came in for him was in his favour from the side left referee, but the centre and the side right said no. But he got his first lift in, and that's the important thing. Registers the result, which definitely helps a little bit when they're looking for help for future championships in the Gambia. Modu Gamo finishes at 127. Didn't get that, but did get 120. Big effort to get here. Got the first mark on the board. Hussein Al-Jaber of Iraq, 165, would stay 6th, but to add an extra 10 kilos onto the bar. So this for 165, and he lies in 6th. One against, 1 for, and then a second one against from the centre referee, and the 2 against them were for the press. That's what's come up on our screen. It hasn't come up on the stadium screen, so they'll go with the flags. It'll be 2-1 against. And as a result, he is denied. So 155, the only one he's got, and he ends with that.
Loaders, please load the bar to 182 kilos, rack height 16.
So, as was the case in the second round, the first 2 lifts are missed in round 3 by Modu Gamo and Hossein Al-Jaber.
Representing Kazakhstan, please welcome Kamchibeko.
So now, Kamchembikov of Kyrgyzstan, who's had 2 hits, a 165 and 175, wrapping up now on 182. $182 the targets, and he would jump from 5th to 4th above Marek Kamzik, and that would be on the head-to-head. $182 for Kamchibekov, and he's tried to keep that steady, but on the chest he's been marked down by all 3, so he ends on 175. He doesn't leap up a place, and it is 5th in the group where he finishes, 4 to lift. It was just on the chest there where it had problems.
Representing Slovakia, please welcome Marek Kamzik.
Marek Kamzik next up. What a competition he's had today. Clearances are 177 and 182. This for 190. He would stay 4th in the group, but he'd add another 8 kilos onto the mark. $190 for Kamzik. He's not going to get this. All 3 have actually gone against him on the press there. So he ends on 182. It's been a good competition, I think, overall, really. And if they all pinpoint a particular thing, then it's got to be the case. So on the final press that they just halted a little bit in the way up, probably too much more than they were looking for.
Representing Georgia, please welcome
Final attempt at 2:11 for Iago Gogotsi of Georgia, and this would see him go into the lead if he's successful. He's aiming high. So he's adding 11 onto the bar. He had missed in the opening round at 200. Got that at the second time of asking. Doesn't have a lot of time left. Stops the clock with 6 seconds to go. 2:11 for Gogotsi. Has he got the composure? Has he got the lift? He got it raised. It took a while. They've all voted him down because of it on that press. So 200 it is for Iago Gogotsi. And that's third in the group where he finishes. Just wasn't working for him on the way up, and he's greeted that quite well, to be honest. No point being too disconsolate if you've gone in high, very high. And on this occasion, the lift wasn't there.
Representing Russia, please welcome Nur-Sultan.
Last lift of Group B, Yuri Kwashev, Russia, 212. This to take the group from Khalid Al-Najim by 1 kilo. Here he goes, 212, got 205 with the second attempt, didn't get 212, they're all against him on the lift. So he finishes on 205, which is second in the group. This is the final lift of this group, and he's already won the group. Khalid Al-Najim of Saudi Arabia cleared 200 and 211. This for 220. This will take him a bit into the first lifters of Group A. He's had quite the competition so far. The West African, oh dear me, West Asian Games fourth placer from 2 years ago, the Ego World Cup silver medalist in April. 220 for a clean bill of health. No successful lift yet in round 3. He can change that, but he hasn't. 2 and against on the press. No lift there either. He finishes on 211, but he takes the group. Well, if he got that, then there was a really strong chance of him making a big impact among the early lifters that we're going to see in Group A now. But he can be beaten very early on here.
220.
On we go then. This is Group A. Jon Freddy Castaneda, the America's champion, was 5th in 2015, 6th in his only global championship today, the World Championships 2 years ago in Mexico City. He's Colombian champion already this year. His regular coach is Jorge Chavez, based in Manizales. No mark in the Pan Ams in Toronto, but he's put that to right subsequently in Bogota. A home gold in that Copa America, the America's Championships last year. So 206 for Castaneda. That's good all the way. So Castaneda goes into second position behind Khalid Al-Najim. Good work by the America's champion. Nice lift.
Representing Korea, please welcome Jun-Kyung-bae.
Jun-Kyung-bae for Korea going for 2:10 here. This again to go into second place. Paralympic bronze in London 2012. Asian Games bronze in 2014 in Incheon on home soil. 6th in the Asia Oceania Championships last year. Didn't compete in last year's Asian Games, but previously in the Asian Championships, a silver in 2013, bronze in 2015. They call him Hercules around his way. Lives in Cheongju. .210 then for Jun-Kyung-bae. And he'll go into second place if he can execute this. Get ahead of Jon Freddy Castaneda. And that's good for him, all three. So that's a good lift. He goes into the silver medal position early on here.
Please note the bar for 216 kilos, rack height 19.
Good and clean. Chun goes into second spot. Shamo Aslanov now for Azerbaijan. No mark in the European Championships last year, so we'll stay silent about that. We'll say nothing. Gold in the EGA World Cup in Hungary back in April, and he's had bronzes in the last two FASA World Cups in Dubai. Ilkar Ibishov is his national coach. If he can get a finish higher than this song did back in May, he'll be very pleased. So in Europe, we've got this thing called the Eurovision Song Contest that just about every country competes in, and this was the Azeri song. And it's been #1 in the country. And to those of you who don't know, how do I explain this event? It would take years. It's big in Australia as well. And China. So, Shamo Aslanov for Azerbaijan, 2:16. And this to be our new leader. And that's one white light, but two have gone against him on the press. So he misses out there in the opening rounds. Man who struck gold a couple of months ago in the World Cup circuit, trying to maintain big rhythm in the world scene.
representing Russia, please welcome Petr Filatov.
So on we go. Petr Filatov of Russia, 2:25 to take the lead. European champion in 2015, silver 2 years before that. He's with the Patriot Club in Barnaul. Lives in Novoselsk. Now, top 10 finish from herself earlier on this week. And I wonder if the same thing can be made happen for Filatov here. Being well supported by Elena Machakina, his teammate in the crowd, who finished 8th. A couple of spots higher if he can get this. But he can't. They've all gone against him on the press. So 3-0 against. And Filatov misses out. So the last two being misses for Aslanov and Filatov. Chun and Castaneda successful, but they're second and third behind Khalid El Najim, our leader from Saudi Arabia, who went in the previous group. And who cleared 211.
First attempt, representing the USA, please welcome Antonio Martin.
Looking for an America's record. The current one is 2:12. This is 2:27 for Antonio DeAndre Martin, originally from Detroit. His regular coach is Lee Hughes. He's currently CEO of the Bros to Pros sporting agency. Real American, the track. Well, he could be our real leader here if he gets this. Young Freddy Castaneda has the America's record from last year in the Copa America, the America's Championship with 2:12 when he won gold. Martin didn't register a mark in that event. .227. If he gets this, it really shakes the competition up, and there's no if about it anymore because he's got that, all three in his favour. It's a new America's record for Antonio Martin in the United States. When he missed out last year, he opened up at 2:06. Missed for the second time and then didn't get 2:11 either. Mark he's just lifted. Would have won him gold there. He's in the lead here with 4 to lift in this round.
First attempt, representing Iran, please welcome Faris Al-Aghi.
4 to go. Faris Al-Aghi for Iraq. Paralympic silver in London 2012. Bronzes in his last 2 World Championships, 2010 and 2014. Bronzes in the Asian Games and Oceania Championships a year ago behind Iran's big 2. And we see them very shortly. Potentially, looks like a six-way battle for the medals. Alagili 235, and he's got that. He's got that very well. 3 out of 3, and he leads. He's in the gold medal position. Essentially, we've got the 3 best lifters in the world from Iran and Iraq. They're all here. They're regularly the 1, 2, 3. And another prime lifter from Jordan who sometimes gets in between those 3. Alagili, who was a chemistry degree from the University of Mosul.
First attempt, representing Iran, please welcome Mansour.
3 to go. Mansour Pourmezai. Silver in the last 2 World Championships. Silver in last year's Asia Oceania Championships. Silver in last year's Asian Games. All behind one man. We see him in a few moments. Mansour Pourmezai, the former world record holder, the former Asian champion. But silver has been the best he's been able to produce. He's been better than the rest of the world. He's been better than the entire world, apart from one man. That's a teammate of his. Pourmezai is going to open up at 236. That's still almost 100 kilos outside the world, Asian, and Iranian national record. 236, Pourmezai. Oh, they've gone against him on the chest. He doesn't get that. All 3 against as well. He's taking it well.
Loaders, please load the bar to 240 kilos. Rack height 17.
So he doesn't get that one. Next up for Jordan, Jamil Al-Shebli. Bronze in the last Paralympic Games, bronze in the last World Championships. No mark in the Asia Oceania Championships. He's won gold in the last 3 FASA World Cups in Dubai. And also, decent para-athlete. Some of you will probably know 2 silvers and a bronze in the discus in his career. .240 for Al-Shebli. This to go into the lead with one man, and what a man to come. Oh, trouble. Has he gone in too high? Well, we'll see. Or did it just catch him on the hop? Either way, didn't get it. That was the problem.
Please load the bar to 250 kilos, reckoning 20.
Well, he was off the mark there. That's a problem. That's a big problem if he's going to contest. Didn't register a mark in the Asia Oceania Championships a year ago. Where he went in at 2:31. He started at 2:40 here. Missed 2:31, 2:34 and 2:41 last year. Decided to keep following the pattern. But now, Mr. Para Powerlifting, the great the reigning Asia Oceania, Asian Games, World Paralympic Champion, World Record holder, Siaman Rahman. Gold in London and Rio, gold in the last 2 World Championships, the last 2 Asian Games, the last 2 Asian Championships, the world record of 3:10. You know the name, you know the number. Siaman Rahman. So 2:50 to start, and if he gets this, he leads by 15. We won't wrap up just yet. There are other contenders out there. But essentially, we have the 4 best lifters in the world. Nobody absent. And no matter what the competition, they're always up against each other. Be it Asia, Paralympics, World Championships. Siaman Rahman, Iran, 2:50. He's got it. Of course he's got it. All 3 in his favour. Rahman leads, 2:50. Just like that. He's a performer in his own right. He's got an audience to please. And he's on top. So we'll see how far these 4 main men, and if Antonio Martin wants to gate crash a little bit for the United States, so the top 5, how high they can go.
Representing Colombia, welcome Joe Castañeda.
So Rahman leads 250 for Iran, and Al-Ghili second for Iraq, 235. Antonio Martin for the United States third, 227. But we have had misses from Pourmezai at 236 and El Shebli 240. Into round two, currently lying in sixth. He's seen his America's record broken, Jon Castaneda for Colombia. Looking to set at least a new lifetime best and a new South American record. That's why he's going for 213. Two and three for his heaviest competition life in his career, and he has got it. 2-1. The side referees siding in his favour. The centre referee had problems with the press, viewing it from behind. But Jon Castaneda, that is a marvellous lift for the Colombian. Clears at 213, and he goes into fourth. However, he's 14 kilos off the medals. And it would have been 14 kilos off fifth place if Pourmezai and El Shebli had cleared themselves. On we go to Chun Kyun Bae of Korea. 210 he cleared in the first round, 216 this is. He started exactly 100 kilos below the Asian record, which is obviously the world record as well. He's sixth, but if he gets this, he goes fourth. .216 for Chun Kyun Bae. No mark in Rio. Sixth in the Asia-Oceania Championships last year, but Paralympic bronze in his career, Asian Games bronze, Asian Championship silver. He's got one, missed one, and the third is against him as well. From the side referee on the right for the chest sequence. The press from our centre referee, left side ref, was satisfied, but 2 and against.
Representing Azerbaijan, please welcome
Shamo Aslanov of Azerbaijan missed 2:16 in the first round, going for 2:16 again here to get on the board and go forth. Quite successful in the World Cup circuit with the Eger gold and Dubai bronze for this year. Two and 6 for Shamo Aslanov. Now he missed it in the first round. That one's going to go against him on all 3 votes on the chest and also on the press, and 1 for the bar control. So he didn't get it then.
Loaders, bar to 225 kilos, rack height 21.
Well, he's in danger of being wiped out, but it's not the only one that this could happen to here. Petr Filatov is next to go. So 225 would put him into 4th place. He missed out earlier on. And obviously with Russia being absent from international parasport for a few years, his best results coming and ending in the middle of the decade. But some great successes at European level and a good success here. He's on the board. 2 out of 3 in his favour for Petr Filatov. 2-1, the 2 side referees going his way for the former European champion.
Loaders, please note the bar to 235 kilos, rack height 20.
So now a prime candidate for a medal from here on in. It's Antonio Martin for the United States. Will the plan come together or will he be howling mad? Currently in the bronze medal position. So this to break his new America's record from round one. That was 2:27. This is 2:35. This to go into the bronze medal position again. Two and against. Press and the chest. Left referee gave it to him, the others didn't, so he misses out on that. 2:27. Bronze for now, but not as strong as a position in third as he would have been had he got that. An extra 8 kilos on the board. Well, they all penalised him. Well, two of them did. For the last two segments of that, the chest and the press. Mansour Pourmezai as we go to the top four. Well, this will put him on the board, put him into second place. $236, just to get amongst it all. At the moment, Al Ajili, silver, Antonio Martin, bronze. Pourmezai, the perennial silver medalist. But this to put him firmly in the medal hunt. To get on the board. Missed out in the first round. This to get on with 236. And that is good for him. All three in his favor. Pourmezai's there. And he goes into the silver medal position. Al Ajili third, Antonio Martin fourth. Solid. Nicely put away. Three to go still in this round, despite the humongous weights. So El-Shebli also, like Pourmezai, missed out in the first round. That was on 240. This to overtake him and to leap into the silver medal position to knock the Iranian down into third, and Faras Al-Ajili into fourth. .240 for El-Shebli. That's a struggle again, as it was in the first round. Well, it's amazing what an extra kilo or two can do once you reach these astonishing weights. El-Shebli denied it, 240. Twice. In danger of being wiped out, and that's happened to him before. Kitakyushu, the last occasion in which he suffered that, and trying desperately to avoid it. It scuppered his chances of gold, surely. Pourmezai, because he missed in the first round, is probably going to have to think of going a bit low as well. So 250 this is for Al-Ghili. Trying to get up into the lead ahead of Semen Rahman to make it a big battle for gold. Has he done it? Is it good enough? Two have said no. The third one we're waiting on, but it's academic. They've all said no now, and that's all on the press. Al-Ghili going in high at 250 on the head-to-head, he'd have taken it. Basically, anybody in the head-to-head against Rahman would take him on it, because his weight is registered as 200 kilos exactly. And I'm just wondering if the measuring devices are a bit like that TV show set in old Ukraine from 1986 that was on a month or two back. So he's missed out. I can also tell you, Jamil El-Shebli's retired from the competition. Retired hurt, I guess. They're retired for the fact that 240 today's beyond him. So he's out for the second major championship. El-Shebli is wiped out and will not register a mark. There he is. He's retired. Aslanov hasn't got one either. Rahman leads 250. Pourmezai second. Al-Ghili third. Antonio Martin is fourth, and he still can get a bronze. But surely no one else can get a gold now.
Representing Iran, please welcome Silva Rahman.
Semen Rahman going for 250, and there's the lift that surely will clinch him a third world title. Semen Rahman, all those golds, and another one is coming surely, but this at 265 needs to be got first. He's gone much, much heavier than this before. For a third world title, Semen Rahman. It's there, 265. And it's another world title for Semen Ruckman. It's just difficult to see anybody else going for that weight in the final round. But Ruckman's gone for it. The twice Paralympic champion, the twice Asian Games champion, the twice Oceania champion, is a three-time world champion now off the back of this lift. And I defy anyone in the field to prove me wrong. Semen Ruckman is top of the tree once more. All three voting it his way. It is probably the most predictable gold medal of the week. Ruckman leads for Iran. Pourmezai, silver for Iran at the moment. Alaghili in bronze, and the big battle really for second and third now. But then when Semen Ruckman's involved, that is always the case. Final round, Jamil El-Shevli's withdrawn. We start with Chun Kyun Bai of Korea, 2-1-6. Chun Kyun Bai. Four major championship medals in his career. This to leap from 8th to 6th. That's a nice looking lift, and it is a good lift. All three going in his favor. He declares on 2-1-6. He's basically followed the pattern all the way. Second attempt at 2-1-6 was good to wrap up. Going for another South America record, Jon Freddy Castaneda for Colombia. 2:06, 2-3 cleared already. This 2:16 for the former All-Americas record holder. We've seen one America's record, and I guess you could say a new North America record also. Castaneda, the South America record. So 2-6 for the Americas champion. 6th in the last World Championships. If he gets this, 6th it will be again. And only one man can knock him down. Looks steady enough from here. And that is a good lift. 2 out of 3 in his favor for Jon Freddy Castaneda of Colombia. He overtakes Chunban Kai in the head-to-head and body weight. He's 25 kilos lighter. They both lifted 2 and 6. And only one man can send them both down a spot. He's done pretty much what he wanted to. He's broken his personal best twice today. He's lost the Americas record, but for his own particular continent, he's set a new standard of 216.
Representing Azerbaijan, please welcome Shamo Aslanov.
For Azerbaijan to round off, Shamo Aslanov, 2-5. Chance to go 5th. He would overtake Petr Filatov in the head-to-head. Quick hop over the Caspian Sea from Baku to here. 2-5, Aslanov, chance to go 5th. Well, he's punched it through well, but they didn't like the chest sequence, so he's been voted down for that. And Aslanov is wiped out. No mark. Well, same fate as the European Championships in Berkshire last year. He's done great on the World Cup circuit. Just the ability of transferring those results into championship action. Another continental record attempt is on the way here for Russia. This is Petr Filatov, 231, the European record set by Konstantinos Dimou of Greece in the FASA World Cup in February. Now, he withdrew from this competition just before the start. Filatov is going for a huge leap of 12 kilos up to 237. .237 for a new European record. Took a while to get there, and they've all gone against him. So Filatov is denied the new European record, so at least Konstantinos Dimou is a small bit of good news today. Not fit to contest this World Championship, but at least his European record is maintained.
Representing the USA, please welcome Antonio Martin.
So now, the new America's record holder looking to put 10K on top. Missed the 2.35 though in round 2. This for 2.37 for Antonio Martin. And he's going for silver here as well as the America's record. Chance to overtake Pourmezai and Alaghili. Well, after not registering a mark in the America's Championship in Bogota, he's more than made his mark here. He could leave here with the medal. So this for a new record, and this to really shake things up, but he's missed out, and it is 4th for Antonio Martin. And that's where it ends for him. He cleared 2.27, he got the new America's record, couldn't add anything onto it, and he needed to. 4th in the World Championships, big prospect to the Para Pan Ams in Lima at the end of August. And now, suddenly, for the Paralympic Games in Tokyo next year. Just wavered a little bit to his left, wasn't level in the way up. Hard lines, you would feel he wasn't that far away, frankly. But needed to get at least 2.36. to get into the medals. That was 2.37 as he tried to get the silver. He missed 2.35, remember, in round 2. Even if he got that, it would not have been good enough for a medal because Alaghili, who also is 2.35, would beat him in the head-to-head, so it'd be 4th anyway. We go to 250 and a shot for the silver. We're down to the last 3 lifters. The medalists are confirmed. They're Alaghili, Pourmezai, and Simon Rockman. So basically, Antonio Martin for the United States has finished 4th. Petr Filatov of Russia has ended 5th. Yonfredi Castaneda of Colombia has ended in 6th spot. And 7th goes to Chun Kyunbai of Korea. Faris Alaghili is in bronze. If he gets this, he jumps up to silver. So Alaghili in bronze is 2.35. Pourmezai in silver is 2.36. But because Alaghili went for 2.50 in round 2, he has to stay there. Can't go down, as you know. Basically 2.36 here would put him into 2nd, but he can't go for it. 2.50 then. Can he pull it off? Can he get silver? He's got a raised. Is it good? Oh, he's missed out 2-1. The first vote was in his favor, and then the other 2 from the side referees went again for the chest. Alaghili denied. So the medalists are locked in. Alaghili gets the bronze. Pourmezai gets the silver. Simon Rockman is the world champion. Al-Ghili hot steps into his first global medal in 5 years. World Championship bronze medalist in 2014 and 2010. Al-Ghili gets his third world bronze, does it in 2019 here in Nur-Sultan. Mansour Pourmezai, silver again. His third World Championship silver. He was Asian champion in 2013, but he since then is an Asia-Oceania silver and 2 Asian Games silvers. Pourmezai cleared 2.36, this for 2.51. And silver for Iran, who also have the gold. Iraq have the bronze. Pourmezai won't get it. The 2.36 was his only successful lift. It came in round 2, and the silver medal is his. He had a struggle with it, but at least his middle lift was good. Different competition if he'd had this sort of trouble in round 2. He did in 1. He got it raised in round 1, but it wasn't considered clean by any of the referees. Round 2 lift was good, so that's it. He gets the silver. Simon Rockman gets the gold. We've seen that picture before. One lift to go. It's a monster. No, we don't actually. Simon Rockman is declared. He's wrapped up. The competition is over. Simon Rockman will not be lifting at 280. So that's an end to it all, and it is gold and silver going to Iran in the final event here in the individual competition. Rockman wins 265, gold for Iran. Pourmezai 236, silver for Iran, and Faris Al-Ghili 235, bronze for Iraq. Antonio Martin with the 4th place for the United States, Peter Felatov 5th for Russia, and Yoni Castaneda 6th for Colombia with a new South America record. Antonio Martin with the new Americas record, full stop. Well, it's as you were. Iran with the gold and the silver. Mudu Gamo on the board for Gambia. That's good news for him with a 120. Came close to a 127 and finishes 14th in his first major championship finish. Well, that's been quite an event. And in terms of the individual competitions, Iran gets a 3rd gold medal. A 3rd silver to the name as well. And the medal presentation coming soon.
Once again, stick around, the medal ceremony coming up in just a couple of moments. the victory ceremony for the men's over 107 kilo category.
So here we go then, the final individual medal ceremony for these 2019 World Para Powerlifting Championships in Nur-Sultan. Remember, it's the team competition tomorrow for the first time. And this for the over 107 kg category. And in the end, because of this man and his quality, not quite the same level of drama as we've seen in other events this week, it's fair to say. Leading the medal presentation, Ruslan Jemkov, who's the managing director of Astana Expo 2017, the national company, and the member of parliament from the Republic of Kazakhstan, Natalia Shudaldayeva. Well, it's a bronze here for Iraq, for Faris Al-Ghili. His third World Championship bronze, missed out on the 2017 World Championships, didn't compete in that, but was in Kuala Lumpur in 2010, Dubai in 2014, and here in Nur-Sultan in 2014. Silver in the 2012 Paralympic Games.
The winner of the silver medal, representing the Islamic Republic of Iran.
And it's silver and gold to Iran, Monzir Poursamai, for the 6th major championship in a row in which he's medalled, picks up the silver. There's one man who's a good reason for that. It's his 3rd World Championship silver. Some strong lifts in this. He got to 236. There's just one man he cannot overcome. And here he is. What a man Siaman Rahman is. He is the world champion for Iran for the 3rd time, to go with his 2 Paralympic titles and his 5 Asian level crowns. An absolutely tremendous champion.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Tremendous success for Siaman Rahman. He's done it again for Iran. Siaman Rahman scoring another tremendous success. He didn't need his 3rd round lift and withdrew from the competition after the 2nd round. He's declared 250 and 265. So Siaman Rahman gets his 3rd world title. I should point out Mansour Pourmizai was world champion back in 2006, but quite a lot of records don't actually go back that far. Pourmizai then with his 3rd major championship medal. That is silver to go with that gold. Iran with the gold and the silver, and Iraq the bronze, and that's it for today. Take care. Until tomorrow's team competition, it is goodbye from Nur-Sultan with news that China have got 7 gold medals on the board, 16 in total. Nigeria with 3 golds, Iran with their 3rd there, 7 medals in total for them, 8 for Nigeria. Egypt and Russia with 2 golds each, and other silver and bronzes that are important too. Ukraine, Mongolia, Bonigusen for Malaysia. The Mongolian gold, Enkbayar, Sudden and Pilji, their first ever World Championship gold. Turkey with 2 silver. Greece, Chile and Colombia with